What is up, encouragers? How are you doing today? So today I'm doing a little video of just telling three of my funniest kid stories.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
So, okay, first story goes to when I was like 5 years old, I would say, somewhere around there. And, okay, so I love superheroes. Every kid does when they're little. They all love their superheroes. Spider-Man, Batman, Superman. Yeah, I don't know. So, I loved Superman. And I still do. I love Superman. Like, now, this is a very short story. Let's just start. So, we have a hallway. A long hallway. And then we have a kitchen to the side of the hallway. And then a living room on this side of the hallway. It's like hallway, kitchen, living room. Right there. So, I'm running down the hallway. Like, I decide to just run down the hallway. And our kitchen window happened to be open. And out of the kitchen window, there's like a flower bed. So, I run down the hallway as fast as I can. I run. And then I dive. I literally dive through the window. Like Superman, and land in the flower bed. Oh, should I react to it? 30 likes and I'll react that, like today. Like, if I get 30 likes today or whenever, I will react me, like, running down the hallway and, like, jumping through the window like I did, like, when I was little. That would be so funny, oh my gosh. Second story, oh my gosh, this is so funny. Like, this was when I was, like, 7. Do you know the milk that says pet milk? It's like pet milk. It's not pet milk, but it's like pet milk. It just says pet milk. Well, when I was little, I thought it was pet milk. So, it's in our fridge, and I always thought it was like for our dog or something. I don't know. Or cats. We had like outside cats. So, yeah. So my sister gets it out of the fridge to start drinking it. And I say real quick,
"Sister, don't drink that."
She said, "Why?" I said,
"That's for pets. See? Pet milk."
That's another little story. I think that's hilarious how I thought pet milk was pet milk. Third story, it wasn't that long ago. It was like 3 years ago, I would say, 2 years ago. And, we went to the movies. Me and my mom and dad went to the movies. And the movie ended, and my dad went to the car, and I was saying I was going to the car too with my dad, but my mom had to go to the restroom. So my mom heard me say that I'm going to the car with my dad. But I actually turn around and say, you know what, let me go to the restroom too. And I go to the restroom, my dad goes to the car, my mom comes out of the restroom and goes to the car. So my dad doesn't pay attention because he just doesn't pay attention. Because he owns a business, so he's busy. So, my mom gets in the car, they start driving off. But here's the funny thing. As soon as they start driving off, I'm actually leaving the theater. I walk out the doors, and I walk out, and I see them driving off without me. And I'm like, running. I'm running so fast. I see them driving off without me. And I'm like, running after the car, like waving my hands. I'm running after the car as fast as I can. But they don't stop. They keep going. And then there was this lady, like, on the sidewalk where I was running. Oh my gosh, I just gained a subscriber, guys. I was running, and there was this lady on the sidewalk. And I stopped running because they were gone after that. I mean, they drove off without me, and they left me after I was running after them. So the lady beside me says, like, she says like this,
"What's wrong, honey?"
something like that. And I'm like, my parents just left me. She says,
"Honey, I don't think those are your parents."
It was so funny, but then again, I was like thinking in the back of my head,
Uh-oh, what do we do?
Guys, this...
was it my parents? But then again, I was like, that has to be my parents, because it looked just like my parents' car, and they were parked where my parents parked. So, I exited out of the back of the theater, and those doors lock after you exit out. So I had to walk all the way to the front of the theater and go in. Now, thank God that we used to go to the theaters a lot, and a lot of the workers knew us at that time. So I walked in and I asked for people's phones, and they didn't have it on them. Some people's phones were dead. By the way, my phone was dead also. Like, I did not have a phone alive on me, so I couldn't call them to let them know that they were leaving me. So I had to literally go up to the manager and say, "Hey, my mom and dad left me. Can I borrow your phone?" And he said yes. So keep this in mind. They're gone. This has been like 10 minutes later. And I called them. And the funny thing, let's go to my mom and dad's side. They are almost home. But the funny thing is, my mom has been talking to me the whole entire car ride home, talking about the movie. But I used to be so quiet that they wouldn't have noticed. They thought I was in the car, and they were talking to me when I was not in the car. So I get the manager's phone, I call my mom and dad, they answer, and I'm like, "Where are y'all?" And they're like,
Who is this?
and I'm like, "Your son." And they start flipping out. They start like,
Where's my baby?
and all that stuff, and they're like,
We need to get there now. What did you do to my son?
like, my mom's saying to my dad, "What did you do with my son?" But, like, it was the funniest thing ever, because I heard it all over the phone, and, like,
I'll be there soon. Ah!
they were, like, just flipping out, and it was just so funny, and, like, I have never forgotten that day ever since, because it is the funniest story ever, how they just drove off without me, and I'm seriously just chasing after their car. Like, it was so funny. And that is the top 3 stories of my, the top 3 funny stories of my life. I mean, there's plenty more. I mean, if you guys want another video of me telling stories like this, like top 3 stories of my life, sad, funny, awesome, I don't know, comment down below if you want more of these videos. And remember, guys, to subscribe. Be a part of the Encouragers, where we encourage the world to do what they love and encourage them to face their fears. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.